So if you didn't know already, everything that we experience in life happens in the form of patterns. So what we think, what we feel, what we do, and how we respond to these things all make up our living reality. So what if we can create patterns for ourselves that can transform our lives for the better? Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Melissa. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas. If you're new here to this channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell button so you get updated on weekly videos on optimizing your health, wellness, and personal development with me. So in this video, we're going to be focusing on 3 ways to transform your life that can result in powerful changes, because the smallest actions can sometimes have the biggest results. And this is coming from a place of personal experience with these things as well. These are actually things that I've learned over the course of my life and through countless trials and error, and I mean many trials and error, many mistakes. I can say with the practice of these 3 things, I was able to manifest my life to the way that I want it to be. So just for me to see how life-changing this is, I thought I could make a video for you guys and hopefully give you a little bit of inspiration for how you can optimize your daily living. So with that being said, let's get started. So number 1, the first and most important way is taking responsibility for yourself. This is the foundational principle that you must embrace if you plan for happiness and success in your life and work. Acknowledge that your life is your responsibility. Nobody can live it for you. You are in charge, and just eliminate the blame, eliminate the excuses. Of course, there are things in life that we cannot help and we have absolutely no control over. Everybody in life has experienced a situation where things did not go your way, things did not go the way that you planned, but at the very least, you can control how you respond to it. And although it may not seem like a big thing, I can promise you guys now that it can go a very long way. And for the things that we do have control over, I feel like it's an important step for us as individuals to take. And even though they're small, I can promise you now that they will move you forward. Which leads me to number 2, and it has to do with self-care. And when I say self-care, I mean exercising, getting enough sleep. I think that is extremely important to develop a healthy diet, drinking a lot of water, something that I am extremely bad at. I don't know why. I always drink less than the recommended amount that we have to take daily. I don't like water, but that is something that I'm going to work on, because you just need water.
I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I don't need it. I need it!
So when I am talking about developing a healthy diet, I'm not saying to entirely cut out the bad things, the sugars, the ice cream, and stuff like that, but more so just keep it balanced. That means getting your veggies in, getting your carbs in, healthy carbs, by the way. Again, drinking water. So one way I started getting myself to drink more water is, instead of just drinking plain water, I would either add some basil, some strawberries, or, you know, a lime wedge or lemon wedge to give it some flavor. I find myself drinking water more often when I do that. It's extremely important to be mindful of what you're putting into your body, because if you're not giving it the proper nutrients, your body is more prone to diseases, infection, fatigue, and just overall poor performance. And it's extremely important to achieve this because it will pave the way for an overall healthy well-being and a life filled with longevity. So next is the second component to maintaining a healthy diet. Not only is it important to give your body the proper nutrients it needs with food, it's also important to be mindful of what you feed your mind. A healthy start to a better life is learning how to declutter your mind with negative thoughts. And that can mean switching out negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And of course, that's not to say that you're not allowed to feel down, lonely, afraid, and lost. In life, we are designed to ride the waves of our emotions. That's including the good ones and the bad ones. Emotions are actually there to help serve us as human beings. That's what I believe is the way of life. But the goal is to develop a habit of redirecting the negative thoughts that I have in my head to positive ones. A really big example is how you see yourself is what you become, if that makes sense. So if you say that you are terrible at saving money, for the longest time, I always tell people I am terrible at saving money. And because that's how I saw myself, I went about my life living that way, if that makes sense. So instead of me saying I'm bad at saving money, I can redirect that negative thought, that unhealthy thought, to saying I will be better at saving money. So the third and last way to transform your life for the better is implement more structure. Develop a plans for the things that you want to achieve. I found that developing the habit of taking a couple minutes out of each night to plan out what you're going to be doing the next day and sticking to it really helps. I think that it's extremely helpful to have a sense of directions for the things that you want to do, because when you just go into things with no plan, no structure, you're kind of just all over the place. You don't really get anything done. One example that I found extremely helpful when it comes to exercising is planning out my workout routine for that week. So for example, Mondays can be dedicated to leg days, Tuesdays can be dedicated to back days, and so forth. And because there's a structure, I always go in, do my thing, leave, and feel really good about it. Another example that I found extremely helpful was keeping track of my flow of money. All you have to do is take the time to sit down and just look at where your money goes, the amount of expenses that you have for each month, and how much you can save or put aside for each month to slowly grow your capital. If you guys want, I can do a separate video of that, of me going into more detail of how I keep track of my expenses and how I was able to save money. Alright guys, so that is it. Very short and simple. I hope you liked it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Again, hit that bell button so you get updated on weekly videos on optimizing your health, wellness, and personal development with me. Also, leave down in the comments below what your goals are for next year and the habits that you want to develop for yourself to transform your life. And yeah, so with that being said, I will see you guys next week. Bye!